Sean Quinlan also mentioned at this point he likes plan of attack. Now that's actually played the football in Kimura on the Thursday, so whether he was thinking it was in another race or if he just mentioned it earlier, I'm not quite sure. He said he was actually point times said the horse had been moderate in its early days. I'm not sure it's plan of attack or appreciate it. I'm not sure which the two he was talking about there. Paul Kirby going there for Queensbrook in the bumper. And also saying Tiger Roll, who feels there's a certain team of cross-country chasing Tomo, agreed with that. And Adam Nicol goes for Tiger Roll, and so he has to run to qualify for the Grand National. I did say another pre-event, someone wrongly said he had to be in the top 3. At least Adam Nicol got it right, he just has to run. That's all he has to do. And Adam Nicol also is one who liked Ocean Win for the bumper. The Ladbrokes guy felt that appreciate it's too short, and Oscar Honeybee he fancies each way in that market. The Marsh Chase, Mickey Hammond feels 80 feet has a chance. The hours are strong, and he quite likes 14, but he's going in the end for Samcro. Mentioning Mr. Fisher, reserve tank he said wants better ground. Sean Quinlan would run 14 in this rather than the RSA Chase, as Ruby Walsh felt he didn't quite stay in the stairs hurdle. And he likes 80 feet, the Ollie Murphy horse, mentions Mr. Fisher, and also likes Midnight Shadow each way. Tomo said that Danny Cook told him over a drink that Midnight Shadow a while ago that Midnight Shadow was a good horse, and Phil Kirby likes Samcro. And that Lower may struggle if it runs in this race. And Nicholas said he would love to see 14 win, but he's going for easy game, who pushed 14, I think maybe last time out, and also beat Alloa over fences. And the Ladbrokes guy talks about Mr. Fisher and possibly simply a bet, but he may not run in this race. He's got a couple of declarances, certainly. When Chase Tomo going for Foden and Riders on the Storm. Mickey Hammond thinking that Alpartadas may be raised to into Blackmoor's best ride at the festival. And mentioning what Nichols thinks Foden is a spring horse. And it's interesting, he says that Paul Nichols may not have any runners on Tuesday. That's absolutely correct. There was an article in Race Post today, but Paul Nichols went to a pub on Tuesdays, watching racing with friends rather than spending the time racing. He's got no runners, and Mickey Hammond saying that Paul Nichols are targeting a little better than they used to. But Wilder's Storm had a hard race last time, and he's looking possibly for St Calvados in this race. So Gwyn likes Phil Calvados each way, and Min, who has 10 pounds clear in Race Post ratings and unbeaten over 2.5 miles. So Kirby also likes Min on ratings. His appetite's too short, but actually going for Riders on the Storm. And Nicol doesn't like Riders on the Storm, and he likes Dan McDonald's each way. Stairs hurdle. I think Hammond would actually want Benedict to turn up and win this race. He says that Paisley Park will want a strong gallop, which Somerville Boy will give. That horse should not have to go flat out before that to happen. Sean Quinlan going for Paisley Park unless Benedict wins. Unless Benedict wins. It's Paisley Park unless Benedict wins. City Island is a possibility, and Somerville Boy is going for Sean Quinlan in the betting without Paisley Park market. Phil Kirby, Paisley Park if Benedict doesn't turn up, and also going for Somerville Boy, not Emerton. Ladbrokes guy likes Penhill. Tomo feels Paisley Park is beatable, and he's looking possibly at a horse To Be Fair, who came, I remember back in a couple of years back, came close to winning, I think, of attempts, and he's looking at him maybe as a value bet. Triumph Hurdle. Ladbrokes guy looking at All Mankind. Dan Skelton thinks he's his best ever. Mick Hammond saying he'll be fast and furious, and he was impressed with Solo last time out. He's actually going for Goshen and Gary Moore. I think this might be his best horse ever. So you've got two. We'll see how they both are getting the judgment right there. So Gary Skelton and Gary Moore. Anyway, Goshen is saying that Gary Moore doesn't have to front run, but does have to just tend to jump to the right. And also Mickey Hammond's liking the cycle which way. Sean Quinlan likes Goshen. Spoke to Jamie Moore, who doesn't usually get excited about horses, but he's very excited about Goshen. And All Mankind will tear off in front, and I suspect he's thinking he'll go too quick. So going to cycle each way. Phil Kirby thinks no open race between the favourites. and he's going for Soul, who was impressive last time out. At this point, Phil Kirby went back to mention a horse in the Dawn Run Hurdle, which is his horse. Wayne has ruled, obviously he fancies that one. Go back to Triumph Hurdle. Adam Little said it's open between the favourites. All Man Can has a course one will be hard to catch, and he keeps hearing how highly Dan Skelton rates him. Also likes Sir Psycho. Elaborate Sky going for Sir Psycho. And Thomas said he took 4 months ago to a more family who actually love a Goshen. How about Bartle Hurdle? Derek Thompson going for Ramsey to tie. Mickey Hammond doesn't have a great review but likes Lakes' exhibition and Harry Senior. Lakes' exhibition to win, Harry Senior each way. Sean Quinlan says you need to stay on, not necessarily the best horse will win. So he's going also Ramsey to tie, as does Phil Kirby. You consider Bobby's best bet in that race. He thinks ahead of that horse at the latest exhibition. And a little looking at Tyne Hill, we said could be Dickie Johnson's Cheltenham Festival winner. And the Elaborate Sky Whammer sees the tie, and saying a few roads has been backed. The Gold Cup, Tom are going for Clans of the Bow. Mickey Hammond has a cracking renewal and more strength for depth this year. Says Mullins is a great trainer, but he's looking keen on Santini and possibly Delta Work. His issue about lost in translation is will the horse stay? Mickey Hammond's thinking that Clandazone may end up coming second, and he may look also at possibly looking for presenting Percy to win the race. He doesn't in the end feel that maybe Santini won't travel well enough to win the Gold Cup. And at the end of it, after all of that, I've mentioned quite a few horses, he's gone for Album Photo, but then he's also said this is Delta Work, and saying Davey Russell said he had a poor race on him last year in the RSA. He should have kicked on earlier than he did, and not lost. And Mick Hammond saying lost in translation, and he didn't sort of stay. Also mentioning Kenboy. Luke Kirby says wide open, and he's going to present Percy. And Nickel goes to Santini. He says that Nicky Henderson said he had a foot problem last year, and now he's also had a wind operation. And he thinks Henderson should use headgear on the horse. He's not the only person to say that at previous events on Santini. He thinks the ground may count against Delta Work. He's not keen on lost in translation. He says Hands of the Bow probably won't stay on, it needs a flat track. And Kembo and Albo Filter, he thinks he'll have jumping issues. Elaborate Sky's going for presenting Percy each way. Tomo Monolith each way. The Fox Hunters, Mickey Hammer looking for Malala Rocco, and Sean Quinlan agreeing on that one. Phil Kirby looking for Stompoly on soft ground. And Nickel looking for whatever David Maxwell White for that race. And in fact, Derek Thompson, this is such a bizarre way he actually ended up finding out who David Maxwell was. But in the early 1881, when 82 I think it was, when Shurko was kidnapped, Tomo was actually talking to the kidnappers, so it was an awful experience for him. As a 4-year-old child running around when he was talking to them, and that, he said loud later in his life, was David Maxwell. So the naps, Mickey Hammond, £50 each way, Evan Envoy Allen, whichever race he ran in, and he said he could actually win both. I don't know if he meant turn at one and then will be Spoon Novices event with Ballymore. Anyway, so that'll be for Ballymore. Sean Quinlan, £25 each way for Storyteller for Temps. And also a £50 treble on Tiger Roll winning, Benedict winning. I assume that Benedict winning on mares, and the ground being soft on Tuesday. Well, I think he might lose them that way. It might be lost. I think it might be good to soft just. It's going to be close, I think. Adam Nicol going for Quebec and Storm, £25 each way in the Temps. He felt the handbrake was on last time out, and he would love a fast gallop. And I have to miss a few quid on it when he won the the Spa hurdle, what do you call it? The Abbott Bartlett hurdle. And so yeah, well, so I have happy members of Quebec and Storm. Talking about two naps, 25 quid on the Appreciate for a bumper, and I'm sorry, it sounds like green tea. I don't think there's a green tea horse, so I apologise if maybe I missed. And if you didn't think of a horse who's similar to that name, that's who it is. And he said he was commentating on the horse, and he was thinking to himself, well, he commented as a commentator, by Jove, this is good. Or he was thinking, he says, joking, but inside he's using a few other words to describe how good the horse was.